We are going to do the cutest set today. Oh my gosh, I love this set so much and how it turned out. Kitty Love nails using these Beetle products 623, 622, um 30, oh gosh, I couldn't even see that, 306 maybe, and 219. And those are the Beatles products that I decided to use, the colors that I decided to use in this set. You can really use any colors that you absolutely love. I just happen to love these blues and purples together. But yeah, so we're going to start on the pinky nail as usual, and we're going to ombre it. I wasn't sure how I was going to go about this set when I first started, and so I ombrayed it, and then I thought, oh, wait a second, let's see if we can do a tartan pattern and if it will show the ombre through it, like the way that it kind of melds from one color to another. And so that is what I was trying to do when it came to this pinky nail. And wait until you see the end result. It totally does it. And I just loved that it did. It ended up being just so cute. So yeah. So I ombrayed it with two different coats. I did the white and then the blue, and then I used my ombre brush and just kind of fluttered them together in the center. And then I cured it for 60 seconds, and then I did it all over again, same exact thing, cured it for another 60 seconds, and then I went in with this liner brush. And it's so funny because I meant to actually use my new liner brushes because I just got some, and they're actually a lot finer of liner brushes. But every time I went to go start it, I was halfway through before I realized I wasn't using my new brush. So yeah, that's how my brain works. Anyway, so I just made some tic-tac-toes basically, and then filled in every other one with little sketchy lines, which is kind of going to go in with the theme of this, because we have a lot of little like quilted lines in a couple of the other designs on in this set. On, I think, the next nail we're going to do some quilted hearts. So I then added the purple because I wanted them all of the nails to coordinate, and so wanted the purple in there too. But do you see how the white is on the top, the light blue is on the bottom? So that ombre actually does end up coming through in this. And I just love it. It's exactly what I was thinking as I decided, you know what, I'm going to try this tartan over it. So, yeah, if you have ever wondered, then go ahead and try it. This is all just fun and games. We just, play with color and see what comes out. And it takes experimenting like this to, find new things to do on our nails. And, any like new little project always makes me so happy. So if that's true with you and your art, then yeah, definitely do it, because yeah, you end up with super cute new ideas on your nails. So that was the pinky nail, and now we're going to do the ring finger. And um, as I'm doing this, I always block out like the background noise, but I was actually listening to an audiobook called 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. And yeah, it was keeping me fully entertained. I usually watch a little bit of TV, or not really watch it, but I have it like going in the background. And I had started this book, and I didn't want to put it down. And so yeah, I was listening to it while I was making these hearts. And at the same time, I was thinking of an artist that I follow. Her name is Natalie Mudridge. I think I'm pronouncing that wrong, but that's how it's spelled. And she does so many cute little patterns like this. She has just done one of just squares, and I've done the square, like the quilted squares before, but I've never done quilted hearts. And so while I'm listening and doing this nail, I was thinking, oh, I'm going to do what she did a couple of weeks ago, but instead of just doing little squares as the quilting, I'm going to do hearts. And so this was actually her idea, only I, kind of made it my own by making it a different shape. And so, yeah, that's how the creative process works for me. I get inspiration from all of the greats out there on YouTube and sometimes on Pinterest, although I've got to tell you, I'm obsessed with watching YouTube videos. So hopefully you can also, oh, what is the word? You can relate to that. But anyways, yeah, so it definitely is my time. Um, it my favorite pastime is to watch those videos. So, and that's what you're doing right now. So I'm hoping that it's yours too. Anyways, okay, so I put on the white. I did 2 coats of the white. In between coats, I cured for 60 seconds, of course. Then I put on the purple heart and then I cured it so that it wouldn't mesh or meld into the color or blend into the color when I was putting the dark blue on. And so then I put the dark blue on and I cured that also, and then I put on these little stitches. So just, to let you know, these nails get cured over and over again. And just as the art continues to happen on a nail, the nail just keeps getting cured and cured and cured, and that's perfectly fine. I always say over curing is way better than under curing. There's nothing worse than an under cured nail. But yeah, so I'm trying to add all 3 of the colors on here, that light blue that's almost like a light turquoise. I love turquoise. And so, and then also the purple and also the dark blue. And yeah, I made those little stitchies too. It reminds me of like an applique quilt. Let me know down below if you know what applique is. It is, yeah, it's definitely a fun way to add different things if you are a quilter onto your quilt without having to find it in a pattern, right? So you make your own pattern by, adding little patches, and it's just the funnest way to create when you're quilting. So I do a little bit of that too. The last time I did that, the last like 4 times I did that, I actually basically gave them away. Oops, of course I forgot to turn off my notifications. I'm sorry about that. But yeah, so I ended up just putting them on auction for eBay. And yeah, that's what I end up doing with most of my projects. Not my nails. My nails go on a Facebook Marketplace, but we have fun with them, that's for sure. And the whole gist of this really is just to share with you what I'm doing with my nail art. So yeah, that's what it's all about for me. Oh my goodness, I'm a popular girl during these, next few minutes. Or the last few minutes. Okay, so this one is the middle nail, and oh my gosh, I got these new gems and I ordered them off of Amazon. If there's ever anything that you see in these videos that you love, be sure to tap on more and, pull down the description, because I put links in the description of all of the things that I have in the videos. Every once in a while I'll miss something, so If I do and it's something that you're looking for, just comment down below and say, hey, where did you get those? And I'll let you know for sure. I'll send you a link. But yeah, how cute did those crystals come out? Oh my gosh, so cute. I loved that. That color was just dazzling, wasn't it? Oh my gosh. So, and then that was the middle nail. Now we're going on to the pointer finger. And this is that very light, almost turquoise blue. It kind of looks baby blue in my camera, but it's definitely got some turquoise to it, and a little fuzzy right there. So yeah, I made that one solid, and I didn't do the ombre on that one. I wanted to add a different type of kind of checker look, meaning I didn't want to add the same exact type of tartan um, design. So I just added, I cured it after I put on that beautiful light blue. And now I'm just adding basically the same spacing of all of the lines. And I cut out a little bit of that for you because, I'm just making a tic-tac-toe lines basically. And so then I cured that dark blue and for 60 seconds. I always do 60 seconds. That's what my lamp is set to. And so I don't change it up. I just do it and then I wait and, I watch my TV or, I kind of zone out. And in this case, I was listening to my book and, you know, wait for that full 1 minute to pass, which is funny because excuse me. Funny because 60 seconds is a very long time when you have something in mind that you want to put on the nail next. And you're like, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. 60 seconds feels like 5 minutes, but yeah, I put it in for 60 seconds. You can actually just flash cure this, meaning if you just want to put it in your lamp for like 10 or 15 seconds, just to get it to stay put so it doesn't smear at all while you're trying to add the other colors. So first I did the deep blue lines, and then I added white lines on the sides, just on, the left side of each line. And then I cured it, and now I'm putting the purple on the left side of the white lines that I had just drawn. So, and that is just the kind of the tic-tac-toe pattern that I decided to do on this nail. And I loved it. It actually took like all of the colors from the rest of the nails, put it all together. It took one of the patterns from the nail, from that pinky nail, and kind of blended it in together, and yet just gave like a different look. So it wasn't exactly the same. So yeah, I love the way it turned out. And so this is what it looks like. And then we move on to, I would say, the most time consuming. How cute, right? The thumbnail, of course, took me the most time. I think this took me maybe 8 to 10 minutes to do. I put one coat of the white on, and then I cured it, and then I put this Beetles matte top coat on, and I cured it, and I made sure that that was a very thin layer because I didn't want my thumb to start getting bulky with all of the different colors, right? So, and I wasn't positive what I was going to do. I just knew that I was going to draw on a kitty cat. So this actually was inspired by one of my friends has the most beautiful kitty cat, and she put her cat in some sort of like online beauty contest or something, and I do believe that the cat came in like first or second place, and that happened all like this last week. So very inspired by her, and I was watching that happen, and oh my gosh, all those cute little kitty pictures. And so yeah, I have kitty cats on my mind. I actually don't own any cats myself. I love cats, but My husband does not. And so, yeah, marrying him, it was almost like, when you marry somebody that maybe doesn't want children or something, it was definitely something that I had to consider that we would never, ever own a cat because I love cats so much. But, I can love on other people's cats, like my friend whose cat was in that contest, right? So, yeah, I love them. So what I did was because it was a matte nail, um, it was much easier to just take a regular, mechanical pencil and draw out the cat first. If I would have done this freehand, I probably wouldn't have gotten my dimensions correct. Like, the head would have been way too big, which is actually kind of on the bigger side, but I wanted it to be like the main part of the nail. So, but it probably would have been much different proportionate to the body had I not drawn it on first. And I also was able to draw on the things like the collar and the tail. And yeah, that kept me kind of drawing within the lines, which was a good thing because, yeah, that could have ended up being very bulky. If you don't, like draw ahead of time, but you can think of like that collar or whatever, then you can, keep it from not being bulky too. But I personally, if I hadn't drawn it on, I would have done like the whole body connected to the head. And then when I decided, oh, I have to put a collar on, that collar would have been an extra bump in the nail, in the finished product. And so we don't really, like our nails to be bumpily, right? I mean, unless we try to do that, because there are times when I try to do that, like when I do the dragon scales and stuff like that. I personally like those to be bumpy, but this one I wanted to be flat. So, yeah, I drew it on first. And then I went in with the kitty cat's main color, which is a mixture of the white and that deep, deep blue, which makes it just like this light blue. And then I added a touch more of the dark blue once I had finished coloring in the body and the head and the tail. And I went in and I kind of went around the edges so that it looks like like it's got a little bit of dimension to it. So yeah, I added the deeper color to the edges. And I had seen Natalie do this with a teddy bear just last week, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's so cute. But she used a makeup sponge to do the blending, and I didn't want to do that. I wanted to see if I could do it just with the one. I try to keep it simple for you guys, and I wanted to see if I could just do it with the one uh, uh, brush. Oh my gosh, I'm losing my words. So, yeah, and it ended up working out fantastic. I just kind of like brushed it all in together. I probably shouldn't have cured it in between the lighter blue and adding that uh, edge, the darker edge color. But afterwards, I was like, you know what? I can always add a little more of the light. And so that's what I ended up doing. And that's what I'm doing here. And I'm just continuing to mix those colors together. And it ends up just full coverage. There's no little, like transparent spots on the kitty itself or on the kitty's head. And look, I'm out of shot. And yeah, and then I cured it. Once I got all those colors like melded together, then I cured it. And I went in one last time with the darker blue. I lightened it up a little bit. I didn't want it to be like shockingly dark. And I added the little, almost like little stitch marks, right? I really need to learn how to turn off my notifications. I'm very sorry about that. But the little stitch marks, and it ended up looking like fuzzies on the kitty cat, which is so cute, right? So the stitch marks are definitely a part of this set, and it makes everything coordinate together. And so, yeah, I'm just using a little bit of a darker blue to do that. And yeah, it just makes it just a little more defined. And I just love the way it turned out. The kitty cat just looks fuzzy wuzzy to me and cuddly, right? So then I cured it, and then I decided that I wanted to do the collar purple. So I added the collar on, and let me know down below in the comments if you are a kitty cat lover, or if you are a dog lover, or if you're both. Like, we have always had Cocker Spaniel dogs. So I'm obviously a dog lover. We've never had cats, like I said before. My husband never wanted cats. So yeah, but if it were completely up to me, I'd probably have at least one of each, right? So let me know down below if you are a kitty cat lover or dog lover, or, you just prefer not to have animals at all. Yeah, and this is where I start adding the kitty cat face. I do the nose and then the eyes, and yeah, I could probably, and the whiskers, I could probably have gotten away with another whisker on each side, and maybe a little more definition in the eyes. Like, I probably could have put a lighter color in there to kind of make the eyes sparkle. And so I just did the little tag on the collar. And the last thing that I did on this kitty cat was I defined the legs. So I made just a little bit of a darker, and it defined that the was two separate legs, and then I cured it. And then I went in and tried to fix the ear because it wasn't perfect. And as I was trying to fix it, I was thinking to myself, no, it kind of looks like it's to the side. So yeah, not a bad look for this kitty, for the kitty love, right? So to finish off this nail, and pretty much to finish off the set, I went in with the little stitch lines all the way around the thumbnail. And I did that in that purple. That purple has the most amazing glitter in it. It's just got sparkle. So, and it's a super, super fine glitter. So yeah, the sparkle is pretty stunning. So even on the little lines, I can see it in person anyway. So that is how the kitty turned out. Okay, so I used a shiny top coat on every single one of these nails, and I do that an awful lot. But if you want to put a matte top coat on a few, and a shiny top coat on maybe like the center one that has like that beautiful gemstone, then that would work too. Whatever is your preference, you do you. This is how I ended up doing it, and oh my gosh, I love the way this set turned out. If you loved watching this video, please give me a thumbs up, comment, share if you have any kitty cat lovers in your life, and don't forget to subscribe so you can see my next videos. I will see you in the next one. Bye.